damn, you saw I had never seen that knockout before or knockdown of Brandun Lee before ever in my life. Somebody on Twitter actually has said, you know, where is Brandun Lee? Like, where is he? You know, it was like a prospect that you saw, you know, pretty much on some top ranked cards, and all of a sudden he's gone. Boom. We haven't heard anything from him since. So I decided, hey, let me look up and see what happened to Brandun Lee and see if I can come up with an answer. So we're gonna try to answer that question right now. We're gonna take a look at some highlights from his past fights, and we're gonna talk about his record and his amateur record, and you know, does he have a padded record? Is his record padded? You're gonna be surprised when you find out when I let you know what's going on with his record. But anyway, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in and choosing this video, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for supporting. Please like and share and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you're a subscriber, please share this video amongst your friends, family members. I don't care where it's at, just go ahead and share it. But anyways, we're gonna get right into this video. We're gonna break it down. So let's go into the split screen right now. Just like that, we're back. So we're gonna take a look at this knockdown again, because this is kind of savage, and there's two point of views of this knockdown. This was his second to last fight. No, this was his third to last fight. First of the three last fights. So it was Madera, then I think a couple other fights after that. But let's play this real quick. Man, this was a savage. I mean, this was probably one of the more savage knockdowns I've seen in a long time when I first saw this. Damn. Look at it one more time. Bam. And as I saw that fight, and we're gonna take a look at another vantage point, which from an official telecast. We're gonna do that right now. So this is from the official telecast right here. And as I watched this fight, it was funny because it was a third round. It was just basically he just fell asleep at the wheel. Madera's not known as a power puncher, right? So it wasn't like, you know, he had to be careful. I think that's what happened. He wasn't respecting really the power of Madera, and he just got caught. I mean, he just got lazy with his defense. So let's just look at this. This is the official one.
Good 1-2, and that right hand was right on the button.
See it? Yeah. Left his hand out there.
Yeah.
Damn. Madera thought he had it. And that's where you can see Madera has really no real power. Right, he couldn't finish it. I mean, and a slightly more elite fighter would have got him out of there. And that is basically what happened to the poor guy. But so anyway, so Brandun really so here's the thing. What you need to know about Brandun Lee. We're gonna play some
storms like this.
Brandun, as you can see there, like he's just knocking guys left and right out, and that's how I came to see him and know of him real quick. And I'll link this video down below for this particular channel, so you can go ahead and take a look. Basically, now, first of all, that's what caught my attention. Brandun Lee, right? Famous name of both of them are actually late now. Both have passed. Brandun Lee, son of Bruce Lee, and obviously it was a play on that situation. What I did find out about Brandun is that he's half Korean, half Mexican, North Korean at that. So he's not a South Korean, he's a North Korean. Mother's Mexican, father's Korean. And the funniest part about it is that with Brandun, I had seen a video of Brandun when somebody was just kind of like talking about his win-loss record of his opponents, and I said, hey, let me look. And it wasn't up to his 17th pro fight where he started, you know, fight guys with that weren't with a lot of different fighters, right? It's not just with quite a few fighters, right? And the funniest part about it is that I was like, well, this guy's, you know, about Brandon's record, but that's a lot of fighters like that. Tank Davis was 90. No, Devin Haney's record is of his opponents. His first 17 opponents is 94-94, just 500, right? So 94 wins, 94 losses. Tank Davis has a better record, I think, of like 20-something wins and 148 losses, something like that. But first 17 opponents, when you combine their record, combine Brandun Lee's record of his opponents, they have his first 17 opponents is 49 wins, 100. Some of the guys got 40 losses, 30 losses, 20 losses. And I'm like, well, maybe it's because Brandun doesn't have an amateur background, right? Sometimes when you don't have an amateur background, you go ahead and you move a guy like if you were in the Amis, right? He's just a pro, so you can't put him together with a winning record or a celebrated amateur guy who's coming even on a pro debut. You don't want to put him in there like that if this guy has no experience, just gym rat stuff, right? But the problem is that Brandon is 189 wins in the Emmys with 9 losses, and he actually is a multiple Golden Gloves winner and Silver Gloves winner champion. So he has championships in the Golden Gloves and he has championships in the Silver Gloves. And he was supposed to try out for the Olympic team. So he's not like an unseasoned amateur, right? So that was what got me to think, well, why in the hell? Why would they? I mean, why? Why would you match him like? Come on, okay, he's a face. In wrestling, you call the face like a guy who's gonna come up and like be the next Randy or in the next Roman Reigns, right? The face, kind of like Cody Rhodes is right now, the face. And you don't want to ruin that or take a chance on that it gets blemished along the way by matching him a little too tough. You kind of want to pad his record, make him look exciting and to sell tickets because he has the look, and he's actually, if you see here, he has the quickness, the punch accuracy. But again, a lot of these fighters are just dead in the water anyway, so he looks even better. So I don't know how good Brandun Lee is supposed to be honest with you, because these guys, most of their records up to 17 fights were upside down by a lot. And that's what got me to think, like, you know, like I really don't. I like the kid. I mean, look at he. I mean, God, he just decimated that guy. I mean, look at them, and they look at. I mean, that guy was fighting worse than oh Lord. But his record, his opponent started after 17 opponents, and that's when Madera came in, and Madera was undefeated, and he was, you know, he got caught out there because he fell asleep. And I like that though. Real non-puncher by accident is about a guy who can't kind of finish you, so you kind of learn how to get on fight. Although he dropped a couple rounds to Madera, he pretty much finished strong and dominated the whole fight. So it didn't get to him psychologically, which is a good sign. So as far as that goes, now I went on his Twitter, I went on his X, and on his Twitter, I think it was like 8 weeks ago, he posted something, training in the snow, and no dates, no future fights posted, nothing. 4 months ago, it was on Fight Hub, ES News. He was talking to his trainer and Garcia. And he said he was supposed to fight in February of this year. That didn't happen. So I don't know why we're not seeing him, to be honest with you. And then on his X, he has a post from 2024 where he was commenting on the Bam fight. That's literally nothing else, and it's kind of a shame. He's only 25, so yet we haven't wasted a lot of time yet. But it seems a kid like this, who I don't know how good he is or can be, because I haven't seen him with at least a top 15, top 10 guy that we recognize, right? And at the amount of wins he has already, we should have been seeing him at least with somebody up there. So the fact that we haven't, I mean, for context, the 17th pro fight of Tank Davis was against Pedraza. So that shows you, and they have about a similar record. I think in the Emmys, you got Tank Davis 224 wins to like 15 losses, something like that. We got 189 wins with Brandun Lee and 9 losses. So you see, like this a similar amateur record and decorated at that. So there's no reason really why we shouldn't maybe have seen him really step up his game with something. I don't know why they're moving like that. I think it's because they think he could be a face, and they rather capitalize on that early. Maybe they see some flaws in him, and they're like, well, we could probably cash out, and it doesn't, if the fighter can cash out, so can the trainer, right? So it kind of work both ways. So, but I hadn't really seen anything other than, I don't know what's happening with him. He's still missing. He's still MIA. At least from 8 weeks ago was his last post sighting. So other than that, I don't know what's going on with him. I would like to see him back in the ring. Yeah, I think it's exciting. I don't know how good he could be. I don't know how great he can be, if at all. But I would like to see him one more time and see, at least with. And the sad part is he's been out for so long that he's probably going to get another soft touch, and then we might see him with somebody up there. Because at that time, what Garcia was talking about 4 months ago, he wanted to see him against a champion in the ring. That's not going to happen anytime soon now. But anyway, let me know down below, what do you think about Brandun Lee? You think he has the goods to be anything other than just another, gatekeeper, stepping stone, or you think he has the goods to, elevate himself, given now what I've told you about his amateur career and his pro career? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.